to go to get the win. Then it was on to Boulder. Overtime they went. Mitchell's dunk sent the game into OT, but Colorado wins that one 90-81. So 0-2 in conference play. And then on Sunday, the Sun Devils get their first win. Justin Bibbins missed what would have been the game-winning three with just seconds left. So for Bobby Hurley and the Sun Devils, 1-2 in Pac-12 play so far. They were the last remaining unbeaten this season.
Well, you think about around the country, how many teams, Michigan State goes into Ohio State, loses on the road, that where in conference play, because you know each other so well, the dynamics change a little bit more. And again, in Colorado, Arizona's game could have gone a different way. A shot goes in, but that's the beauty of playing in conference. The challenges of playing on the road are always there.
Arizona State gets to the free throw line more than any team in the nation. They're 8 for 11 from the stripe today. Meanwhile, the Ducks have not attempted a single free throw.
Well, and that's the beauty of having a versatile type of team. ASU only attempted 6 field goals right now, but they've gotten to the free throw line. So even in times of despair, when the shots are not going in, they still can manufacture points from the free throw line.
He-Jab kicks in the corner. McIntosh in travel. Good turnover for Oregon.
How about the recognition that time? Being able to come in. Kamani Lawrence, the closeout was there and forced McIntosh to make a decision to pick up that pivot foot and cause himself to travel.
Still no Troy Brown on the floor for Oregon. McDonald's All-American has been sidelined since the very early moments with 2 fouls.
Yeah, but the good sign is that the Ducks are only down 3 with them on the bench.
Holder, pretty runner. Stay here. There's Troy Brown. 9 straight games in double figures. Snap last time out in Corvallis. Cody Justice. What a rebound underneath. Romello White. Foul.
Well, out of bounds play, Cody Justice gets open, but when you're playing a zone defense, you're playing an area, not a specific man. That's when the communication has to be on point. And that time, Romello White able just to dart down the middle, nobody on him, able to grab the rebound.
That was on Paul White, his second foul. He checks out. Kenny Wooten comes back on. Romello White, who was hoping to stay on the floor longer today than last time out in Utah when he fouled out in 6 minutes. Gets the back end.
Wooten is back in the game. He has to be cautious. He wants to still play aggressive. But you don't want to pick up a cheap foul and find yourself back on the bench. Arizona State switched over to a little 2-3 zone yourself.
Shoot now. Pritchard, a deep 3, and he hits his second of the night.
What a beautiful stroke that time. Mishandled the pass, but able to gather, catch, and knock it down.
Lead cut to 1. Remy Martin backs it out, the true freshman. Wing touch, Kamani Lawrence. Freshman from Providence. 6 to shoot, Justice hanging. 3 to shoot, Holder pulls up. McIntosh the rebound.
Trey Holder got into a sweet spot, not able to knock it in.
Bailey gets his own board, Justice rips it away. Justice the kick. Holder wide open in the corner. Not exactly sure what the whistle is. A bench warning for the Sun Devils.
Now I wonder if that was one of the coaches up or Bobby maybe out of the box.
Bobby doesn't get animated, does he?
Well, please. I asked him, you know, at practice yesterday, I said, listen, you do no good if you have a heart attack, okay, and you're not on the bench. But that's just the fiery competitor that he is. And, you know, his team feeds off of that.
Elijah Brown with two hands.
Oh, I love the play. It was set up. That time Pritchard, Elijah Brown had eye contact. They knew exactly what they want to do, knowing that the Sun Devils would try to overplay that pass on the wing. Excellent recognition in back door. How about the pass?
Holder, the spin, the reverse. Remy Martin not afraid to heave it from there. That was ugly, though.
Well, he wasn't afraid, but my goodness, he missed by a mile on that one.
Pritchard runs into a roadblock. Brown, the second leading scorer. That dunk was his first bucket tonight.
And sometimes if you're Elijah Brown, that's all you need. You can see the ball go in the basket to try to get your rhythm. And now you don't have to think about a shot going in as much.
Under 10 to shoot. T-jab. Pritchard hunts his third three. T-jab the offensive rebound. Down on his way up. Go back to that dunk by Elijah Brown.
Well, and sometimes the communication doesn't have to be verbal. It's eye contact, understanding that you have the full side of the court to work with. LaMelo White was lifted up, so that time he could not get back. But Trey Holder has to do a better job of pushing Elijah Brown up the court and force him to catch the ball and not to give up that backdoor cut.
Shannon Evans back on the floor for the Sun Devils. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, MJ Cage, who has not played the last two games. He takes the floor for Kenny Wooten.
And if you're Oregon used to the advantage, Aaron, you pointed out about the number of fouls that the Sun Devils commit. Continue to draw. Force them to have to guard you off the dribble. Make you get it now. You get yourself into the penalty early. Plus, you pick up key fouls on key players for the Sun Devils.
Those are the first free throws attempted by the Ducks tonight. TJ missed them both.
But they got the offensive rebound. Now you have another possession.
Their third go at it this possession if you include the free throws. Brown for three. T-jab crashes the offensive glass again. Controlled by Mitchell. Mitchell pushing. Shannon Evans, the three. Evans, who is 5 for 7 from distance against Utah.
No, but even when you get back in transition, if you still give this team space, they can rise right over the top of it.
That's on White, his second foul. White in top 100 recruit. Taking a breather. Juan Lake, who go All-American on the floor now for the Sun Devils. Keith Smith playing with two fouls. Justice cuts him off. 5 to shoot now. Pritchard with 2 to shoot, fades away 3. Evans pushes. Crosses over Pritchard. And a foul, a block on Peyton Pritchard, his first foul.
The biggest problems in the world cannot be solved alone.
Arizona State leading here in the first half against Oregon. And you know what? Wells Fargo Arena is kind of the spot to be once again. Plenty of dignitaries here on hand. Doug Ducey, the governor of Arizona, class of '86 from ASU on hand here. And Jumpin' Joe Caldwell, his number 32, retired in the ASU Hall of Fame. Part of that fantastic 26-win season in 62-63 for the Sun Devils. And, of course, James Harden just honored one of the greats. Rockets in town to play the Suns in Phoenix tomorrow. What an ovation for James Harden.
Well, he had a pretty good career. I mean,
where's the beard?
A little different without the beard, but he brought the excitement back then, and now he appreciates, I think, what Bobby Hurley and the administration has done now to kind of re-energize the fan base. And the players themselves have grown up. And they've given us all, the Pac-12, Arizona, something to feel excited about. So,
and the double bonus for Arizona State. Evans leads all scorers with 9. He's given the Sun Devils their biggest lead tonight.
Yeah, now Arizona out of the free throw, little 1-2-2 press or 1-2-1-1 press.
They get it across to Troy Brown, back on the floor. Cage can't handle the pass. Ahead to Holder. Holder, the 3. Long rebound goes right back to him. Justice high off the window.
Soft touch, baby. But they attack you so quick. Off the offensive rebound, Trey Holder didn't have it. Justice didn't settle for a 3, put it on the deck. Soft touch inside.
7-0 Sun Devils run. Troy Brown scoreless so far tonight. He's barely played.
And big possession right here for the Ducks. You don't want to let this momentum continue to flow. You need to get a score, get to the free throw line to slow it down, get the crowd out of it a little bit.
6 to shoot now. Brown looks for the 3. Last touch, Oregon. Back to the touch, Cody Justice.
Well, again, the ball fake, dribble, you don't stop me. I work on this shot all the time. High off the glass, able to get inside. And that's the beauty about this backcourt is that they can do more than just shoot the basketball from deep. They all love to put it on the deck, and they're creative with their shots once they get inside the paint.
Ducks have missed the last 6 shots. But Troy Brown did not last long on the floor. He's back on the bench again. Holder, straightaway 3. Rattles out. And a foul if that's on Wooten, and it will be. That's his 3rd. He just came back on the floor. Now Wooten has fouled out in 2 of the first 3 conference games for Oregon.
And this is a tough break because inside, he has inside position, but Daquan Lake able to spin and kind of carve and push Wooten out of the way, able to get on the inside and cause that foul.
Kenny Wooten will be booed every time he leaves the floor. Of course, as we mentioned, one time committing to Arizona State, then on the 11th hour, changed his mind going to Eugene. Roman Sorkin checks in for the first time in his absence for Oregon. As Lake bags them both. And look at the free throw disparity between these 2 teams. Bailey, the freshman out of Austin. Justice gives that shot to Elijah Brown.
And that's just a settle.
Holder, the floater.
And see, long jump shots, long rebounds. Now you're outmanned. Arizona State taking advantage of it.
Boulder, Meteor. Just $12.99 for a full rack and 2 sides. Get it here or get it to go.
Oregon has got nearly 4 minutes without a point. Meanwhile, an 11-0 Arizona State run.
And it comes at you so quick. You're in the game, but you can't allow your offense to put your defense in jeopardy. And what I mean is taking long shots, quick shots in the clock. You're not balancing out. ASU can just get out and run.
To shoot. Bailey spins, hands. Wow, what a finish.
Well, that time Mickey Mitchell was in perfect position for the contest. Bailey able to gather himself, get his feet up underneath him, and step up and knock it in. A much-needed basket for the Ducks.
Bailey's first bucket tonight. Holder showing some handles. Look at the strike. Arizona State 14 of 18 from the free throw line. Oregon has missed its only 2 free throws.
Look at the attack. The ability for the ASU guards to break down the defense one-on-one. To get in the middle, now you're caused to help, rotate. And they do an excellent job of shielding, but also jumping into their opponents to cause the contact to be able to have the foul call.
Now Holder now the Sun Devils' 9th all-time leading scorer. Now last March at the Pac-12 tournament when Oregon wiped the floor with Arizona State, Holder 3 points, 0 for 7 shooting, A 23-point loss. Boy, things look a lot different tonight.
I think the whole ASU team took that into account over the summer, worked extremely hard on improving in all facets of the game, more so mentally, and has come back to pay huge dividends. Nice help that time by Lake.
Thornton not afraid to heave the three. Elijah Brown fighting for it. We'll stay with the Ducks.
One thing you can't do if you're Oregon, you can't play into the fact that you want to shoot jump shots all day. This is Arizona State's game. Use your ability early on to triple penetrate, to get some shots inside. You did an excellent job offensive rebounding, and you got points in the paint. Don't go away from it.
14 of their last 20 have come in the paint.
Listen, twos count, okay? They really do. There you go.
McIntosh wanted away. DeQuan Lake.
Shut up, Jimmy. Hey, but listen, the move was there. This is just excellent recognition by Lake by not staying married to the weak side and showing support and giving support to his team on the back line.
Pritchard dribbles up top. Pritchard with 6 has knocked down a couple of threes. 5 to shoot. Justice on Brown. Foul as he puts up the 3. First foul on Cody Justice.
Rare Mitchell error you'll see from the senior. Cody Justice right here. Kind of just swiped at his shooting arm right there. May have nipped the elbow.
Bobby Hurley not too pleased. Elijah Brown, the transfer from New Mexico, began his career at Butler. He has been simply sensational from the stripe. No surprise he makes all 3.
And if you're shooting that well, you don't want to settle. You want to use that big body, that experience to get inside the lane and get yourself to the free throw line.
Holder, deep 3. Ducks trying to cut this one to single digits. Pritchard steps back. Swatted. Sorkin. Bailey left open for 3. Another offensive try. McIntosh. You know, Rob just does not wear that hat enough.
Well, he should, and he's doing what he does best, telling people what to do. There he is. Always telling somebody.
Well.
I do know you well.
Yeah.
You know,
Here, put the hat on. Here, scrub this. There you go. I'm at home, my friend.
Now, the curtain has been here for a number of years at this point, but this is kind of the first time in the curtain of distraction era that what is happening on the floor is as noteworthy as what's happening behind the curtain. The student section, the 942 crew, 942 seats all the way up to the concourse.
Well, I got a good friend of mine, Lafayette Lever, who played here. And he's taken aback a little bit, saying his Sun Devil team would just crush this one right now.
Justice.
I don't know, Fat. You guys couldn't shoot it like this.
10 points, Cody Justice, his second 3-ball.
And Fat Lever was my teammate my early days at the Dallas Mavericks.
Watch out, Mikhail McIntosh with one hand.
Again, another basket in the paint. Dribble penetration, recognition, the defense breaks down. McIntosh able to slide right down for a hammer dunk.
He wasn't getting rejected that time.
No. But it was a quick hitting play. That time the Arizona State defense wasn't settled in. Lack of communication opened up that dunk.
Evans gets Bailey off balance, finds a 3 for himself.
And it's so hard to stay disciplined with that pump fake. Bailey, a freshman, went for it, recovered nicely, but Evans smoothly just able to knock it in.
Evans with a dozen now. Now 9 to shoot. 5 to shoot for Pritchard. Bowling ball pass. Sorkin fouled and one. First bucket for Roman Sorkin, the senior out of Israel.
Well, how about that time Peyton Pritchard not panicking, knowing the shot clock is going down. Excellent recognition with a right-hand scoop pass to Roman Sorkin underneath. Daquan Lake couldn't recover. But that's the patience that time that Coach Altman talked about from the seam. If you don't have it on the initial thrust, the second, the third, run it through. The defense then opens up, then take advantage of it. Excellent offensive possession that time by the Ducks.
Trying to cut the lead once again to single digits. And he does.
Ducks get a couple stops, make a couple plays. It seems like you're down more than what you are, but you're 9 points down with the ability to cut into it with another defensive stop.
Evans up under. Tough angle. Under 2 minutes. Elijah Brown. Wow. Brown with 8. Mitchell the lob. Mitchell following. And a foul sent just the other way. That's his first.
Excellent box out that time, able to get Mickey Mitchell to come over the back. Daquan Lake with a jump hook, left it a little short. They get another positive defensive possession for the Ducks. Now you put yourself in a situation where the clock is stopped. You're down 8 points, and now you're at the free throw line. So you can cut into the lead once again. Give yourself a little bit more momentum ending this half.
A one-on-one coming here for Pritchard. Keep in mind, too, for Oregon here in the first half, Troy Brown, who's been one of the best scorers in conference play in particular, 4 minutes. That's it. Brown playing with 2 fouls.
This Oregon team has done an excellent job of pounding the offensive glass. They may not have converted on some of those, but they've given themselves extra possessions. And other guys have stepped up in the interim while Brown has been on the bench.
Gets both. You know, you saw possibly Dana Altman talking with the scores table. Dana Altman is possibly arguing that the Ducks, believe it or not, have been shortchanged a basket. Justice fading away. He's done that for the second time now.
Well, listen, I was at practice the other day, and Coach Bobby Hurley has his guards working on a lot of those type of shots because those are the shots they get in the game. So they're very comfortable leaning, falling back, hitting the runners off the glass, straight in. It's just second nature within them because they work on it constantly in practice.
Sorkin trying to force second 3, buries this one.
I love how Oregon is finishing off this half on both ends of the court.
Holder stripped by Pritchard. Will stay here. And at one point, Arizona State was on a 14-2 run. Oregon making this more of a game all of a sudden.
Well, how about you get back in the game by getting consecutive defensive shots? They were able to hone in. Lost Cody that time.
Gets up to 3. Gets it back. Right to McIntosh. Hardly a differential shot clock and game clock. Just a tick.
How about this? How about the confidence now that the Oregon Ducks, especially if you score here, have going into halftime? Not playing their best basketball, best player on the bench, and they're right here within striking distance.
To shoot for Pritchard. Elijah Brown better put it up. Splash! Got it! Wow, what a flurry for the Oregon Ducks. And I'll tell you what, Jim, we might be seeing what the score is at halftime because Dana Altman, I think, still has a beef.
He does, but how about, again, it was Pritchard not panicking, making the correct play. Elijah Brown able to gather, little step back in rhythm. Give me all three of those.
You know, in the house, they have it 41-39 in favor of the Sun Devils. The chance is even closer than that. Rob Stone, Casey Jake. A wild first half in Tempe. You know, we promised that there might be a little bit of a scoring change, and there has been. We are, in fact, tied 41 apiece. Our first half stats, you can see free throws. Oh, my goodness, completely dominated by the Sun Devils. We were tracking that really since the tip. Turnovers, only 4 for Arizona State. Points in the paint by far. Oregon Ducks dominating that stat. Aaron Golds with Jim Jackson, and welcome back inside Wells Fargo Arena. And, Jim, this has been a game of the first half that has been dominated by the backcourts.
Well, that's the strength, especially for the Sun Devils, able to break down the defense, get some shots. Now, everyone didn't shoot them, but they did get to the free throw line. Trey Holder still kind of struggling off that Utah game, only 2 for 8 in the first half. But you know he's going to continue to probe. Shannon Evans getting his feet wet, a little bit knocking down jump shots off the dribble. And how about Cody Justice? I mean, doing a little bit of everything. Knocking down jump shots, getting to the basket. So he's been the key for the first half for the Sun Devils. And for the Oregon Ducks, it's all been about Peyton Pritchard kind of navigating his way, willing his way for his team to get back into this game and tie the score. And Elijah Brown, who's been struggling with a shot lately, came up with a huge shot, tied the game before going into half. That's huge momentum coming into the second half for the Oregon Ducks.
You know, for those of you scoring at home, it was the thunderous dunk by Kyle McIntosh, which was actually not counted. That was at roughly, call it the 3.5-minute mark in the first half. That was the reason why we had the scoring discrepancy. And one of the storylines for Oregon, we've mentioned this a couple of times, right? We saw Troy Brown limited to 4 minutes, no points in the first half.
And how about coming out in the second half? Oregon Ducks starting off on an aggressive 2-3 zone.
Just a strip foul. That's on Paul White, his 3rd foul.
Now, one thing I tell young players too is recognition of how the defensive players closing out. That time Cody Justice recognizing that the Oregon defender was running out, didn't have his feet set. Now he attacked him right off the dribble, was able to pick up a quick foul.
Sun Devils led by as many as 13 in the first half, but Oregon closing the half on a 14-2 run. Another 2.5 minutes. Evans miscommunication, but last touch by Brown. 8 seconds to shoot. Evans a strong first half with a dozen. 5 to shoot for Holder. Pulls up for 3. Home court, friendly bounce.
Friendly bounce, but you had to respect his driving ability. That time a little bit too much space, able to step back and with the soft touch, knocking that 3.
Pritchard pulls up. A travel on Elijah Brown.
It's all, when you're a shorter guard, it's all about creating space. Elijah Brown has the height advantage, but to respect his dribble penetration ability, Elijah backs up. Trey Holder recognizes it, lets it fly.
Justice cut off. Mitchell, left hand control. To Oregon.
31, let's go! Good job, Nick!
Plus 9-point scoring margin for Bobby Hurley and the Sun Devils in the second half this year. 4th best in the nation.
Well, their ability to get into the penalty earlier than their opposing team also plays into that, because now you're able to get this great free throw shooting team to the free throw line for some baskets.
They were 16 of 20 from the line in the first half. Brown still looking for his first points tonight. Knocked away by Holder. 4 to shoot. Pritchard in the lane gets rid of it just in time.
Wow. I mean, what body control. That time Cody Justice was right there and kind of nicked at the ball, but Pritchard able to maintain it, his balance, and then finish.
Pritchard, the Ducks' leading scorer, now in double figures with 10. Evans tries to give it up, but gets it taken away. Elijah Brown open for three, rims out. Troy Brown kicks it away. Extended possession here for Oregon. Chance to take the lead.
Pick and roll. See if they can get inside.
Pritchard, good first step. Quick ball movement under 10 to shoot. Pritchard gets rid of a three. How about that?
And this is the best that I've seen with this Oregon team. A lot of times the coach will preach. This is what we need to do. It takes time to settle in. It seems to me like this team now is catching on to what Coach Altman talked about. Make the extra pass. You'll get a higher percentage shot. That's what we're seeing from the Ducks right now. Oregon's first lead since it was 4-3.
Holder, teardrop. Rebound by White.
Well, here it is, dribble drive penetration. You don't have the shot, you swing it. Dribble drive again, swing. The defense reacts, and now you make the play. Pritchard splash. 3-point basket in the corner, and the assist. 13 right now, with 17 made field goals for the Ducks.
Cody Justice over Troy Brown. It's his third three ball.
And that time Troy Brown, Aaron, had to close out. A little hesitant because he didn't want to pick up a foul on Cody. So Cody recognized that and able to kind of just square those shoulders up and let that beautiful stroke release.
Paul White, a three. Mitchell brings it down, brings it across. Bob to Romello White. No need to put it on the deck.
And give credit to Romello White, running rim to rim to position himself inside to be able to get that lob pass over the top.
So Dana Allman was hoping for a foul on Holder there, didn't get it. Pritchard, tough three, the corner, buries it. He now leads all scorers with 16.
And as a shooter, find the open space. And that's what Pritchard is doing right now, especially off the dribble drive penetration.
Evans left open. A three on the other end. That's his third.
They come at you so quick, Aaron. I mean, you score, they come right back at you and score. That's what makes this team so tough to beat.
Elijah Brown trying to match. And the rebound by Mitchell. Trying to find Holder. Tough pass to handle.
Yeah, it was. He was behind Trey Holder. That time you've been better. Mickey Mitchell maintaining his dribble.
Pritchard has a rim out. Well, this is the type of ball movement, though, you get the Dana Allman's been looking for.
I'm telling you, that was a beautiful shot. But how about the passing? You know, it's quick decisions. And that's how you beat an active defense like the Sun Devils, who are prone to kind of get their hands on the ball. You make quick decisions.
Seven to shoot for Holder. Justice with 5 to shoot. McIntosh the board.
Dana Allman is telling his team to slow it down a little bit. Let's run a set play. Get the shot that we want.
Entry pass to White.
Excellent defense by cutting off the baseline by Romello White.
Brown's still looking for his first bucket. Finds White in traffic. White goes up. Kept alive. Romello White brings it down. Holder, the conference's leading scorer. Justice. Pritchard shooting the ball tonight as well as he has all conference play. Will stay with Oregon. Pritchard has knocked down 4 3-pointers tonight.
I was born in the wrong era. Right now, the three-point shot is the key. And if I was playing right now, I would love it just like these teams do right now.
Live and commercial free. That's tomorrow exclusively on FS1. I mean, Harden can't say no, right?
There's no way. Now, he came back for seconds.
He did.
I mean, he was here earlier, asked for an autograph. He got it. He said, you know what, that's not enough. I need to get my ball signed. And I want to show Harden my muscles.
That's right.
But I know James has to be proud and excited for this program because, you know, he's been through the lean years, watching them, of course, and supported them. And now to be able to see the turnaround in such a short period of time. And the exciting brand of basketball, because I know he looks at it like we play just like this with the Rockets. We let it go.
And it's turning to guard you, as they call it here in Tempe.
And if you're a guard, why wouldn't you want to come play for Bobby Hurley and play this style and brand of basketball? 2-3 zone right here. Sun Devil.
Jimmy Martin on the floor for Arizona State. Troy Brown hunted his first bucket. Missed badly. McIntosh cleans it up, though.
I talked about it earlier for the Sun Devils when Oregon played their zone of recognizing how to put a body on somebody and not just playing the space. And that time, offensive rebound to the Ducks.
Martin yet to score until now.
Versus the zone defense, there's no way you can be able to take 2 dribbles and penetrate the baseline without help coming. That time, poor rotation on the back line of the Ducks.
Brown for 3. Still can't find it. Evans into McIntosh. No whistle. Turn around. There's the whistle. White gets fouled.
Well, the ball swings around and watch, everybody's just stuck on this side of the court and nobody rotates over. That gives you an open driving lane to get inside. A little hesitation. Where's my help? And that time, Boot just too late because he was worried about Romello White stepping in and maybe receiving the pass from Remy Martin.
Fouls on Kenny Wooten. You know, Wooten got up to such a fantastic start in this game. He had 4 points very early. Now, the one game so far in conference play where Wooten has not been in foul trouble, it's been a pretty major offensive force. Once against Colorado, 13.7 boards, but Wooten to the bench for the foreseeable future.
Well, here's the issue, too. And it's 2 ways. One, he has to be smarter in regards to recognizing he has fouls. And also, a lot of times when you're playing help defense, your teammates have to help you out by guarding the ball and not allowing dribble penetration to come down, because that's when he comes over and picks up some of those fouls.
Sorkin has knocked down 1 3. Evans lobs, a little too tall. Looking for White.
Yeah, but that time, White wanted the ball in his left hand. That's where he was open to spin to the baseline. Evans that time threw it to his inside hand, and his body wasn't shaped that way, so that's why the ball went right over his head. So that time, the pass just wasn't in the place where Melo White wanted it.
Oregon's missed 6 of the last 7 shots.
You got to get the ball in the middle or the short corner of the zone.
Brown, teardrop, just can't find it. Sorkin fouled, count it. Second time he's done that. Sorkin with 8 off the bench.
He is, but
good one here in Tempe. Sun Devils by 2 over the Ducks. After this for a tournament story, of course, the Ducks last year going to the Final Four. Oregon rebuilding this year. 5 straight seasons with at least 1 tournament win. Is that in jeopardy this year? Meanwhile, for Arizona State, their last appearance in 14, a buzzer beater loss to Texas. And for the Sun Devils, their last tournament win, Jim, was in the James Harden era back in 2009.
well, I think Dana Altman gets lost in the shuffle. You think about this, among the 6 active Division I coaches with 20 consecutive winning seasons, he's among them. You're talking about Mike Krzyzewski, Tom Izzo, Roy Williams, Bill Self, and Jim Boeheim. You know?
Our first look at the curtain of distraction tonight. Doesn't matter to Sorkin. How would you deal with that, Jim?
With what? That? He wouldn't even be there. I wouldn't even be paying attention. I'm like, what? The more distraction, the better. It makes me concentrate a lot more. But you love, as a player, an opponent to come on the road in this type of environment.
Bailey the rebound.
This is what college basketball is all about: on campus, the environment, the enthusiasm. And now you're Oregon, you got a chance to make some of these students and fans walk home a little upset.
You know, Pritchard got up to that hot offensive start in the second half. Quietly, I think. Backdoor Brown. Pritchard dials it up for distance. Foul after Cody Justice brought it down, and for Troy Brown, that's his third.
Yeah, and you got to let that go. Justice has the rebound. I know you want to try to make a play for your teammates and try to get back in, but just go back down the court. Let it go. You can't afford to pick up that foul because the way this game is being played, real aggressive, you may pick up a cheap foul. Now that gives you 4.
Brown was limited to just 4 minutes in the first half with 2 fouls.
In the process of a freshman of learning these little intricacies of the game.
Blake over Sorkin, not falling. Sorkin, how about that? Looked like he would have to give it up.
Well, how about the patience? That time the middle wasn't open. He maintained his pivot foot, knew that Lake was on his top shoulder, able just to spin baseline and kiss it off the glass.
Well, here comes the first point for Troy Brown. 7-0.
Free. It's buy one pizza, get one free.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Order now at papajohns.com.
Oregon now leading by 3. Jim, you know, if Lab was here, you know what he'd be saying about Oregon right now?
What?
He'd be saying they're sharing the sugar.
Oh, they're sharing the sugar. You know what? If you haven't watched a lot of Oregon basketball, you've heard that they're not passing the ball. Well, in this game, they've done an excellent job of making the extra pass. And as a result, now you're getting wide open shots, easy layups, 14 assists on 22 made field goals. This is not a selfish team, but sometimes they play selfish where, as an individual, they think they got to do it by themselves. But when you do this, it makes the game so much easier, especially when you're on the road. High-quality shots. That's why you're right now with a 3-point lead.
You can see last in the conference in terms of scoring in conference play, but on conference, State Almonds Ducks averaging 85 a game. Is there a magic number, by the way, that you're looking for when you look at assists to field goals made?
Well, you want to keep it positive. You would love to keep it in the range of maybe within 10. You know, if you got 14 assists to 24 made field goals, something like that, because the ball is hopping, is moving, it's not stuck. You see Troy Brown right now playing a little bit more aggressive. You can see his body language is there after they're able to get that dunk in transition.
Under 10 minutes to go. Three to shoot. McIntosh puts it up.
That time Arizona State was able to push the Oregon offense out further than they wanted to. Excellent pass.
Foul counted. Evans to White.
Well, you know what? The pass was outstanding, but how about the seal right there by Romello White to seal, open up, present a passing lane from Evans, the catch and then the finish.
3-point play, tie game.
But see, that's the importance of having a Romello White on the court when he's not in foul trouble, because he can give you some easy baskets inside.
Bailey. White, rebound, foul by McIntosh.
Well, and he can do that too. Defensive rebound.
First on the Illinois State grad transfer.
You know, so much is predicated, you know, the game today on perimeter shooting. You don't really have a center. You don't really need a post-up player, but a player like Romello White shows you how important it is to have somebody that anchors your defense, but also in times when you may struggle with perimeter shots, is somebody you can trust to get the ball to down low, and they can make a positive play happen.
McIntosh out for the Ducks. Elijah Brown back on the floor, as is Paul White. Stripped by Pritchard. And fouled from behind by Mitchell. Second.
Well, two things. One, Mickey Mitchell picks up his dribble near half court. That time he should have just let Trey kind of go through and bring another outlet, man, because the spacing just wasn't there. But how about Pritchard? You talk about him maybe not scoring, but his assist, his defense, and his overall leadership is the key reason why it's a tie score right now.
He's the lone returner, really, from last year's team. This Ducks team lost 4 starters, their top 5 scorers.
He's a calming presence. You know what I mean? Especially in a hostile environment like this. You need that type of player who's kind of been through it as your leader on the court.
Brown, who had the 3 to tie in the final seconds of halftime, and he gives Oregon the lead right back.
Well, I'm going to go back to the dunk early in the game. That right there, even though he missed some shots after that, I truly believe you get a dunk, you feel good about yourself. Now, when you raise up to stroke that jump shot, the pressure is not there as it was before when you were struggling with it.
Justice loses it. White will save it. There's a whistle. Hurley suddenly calm.
I see that.
So an inadvertent whistle there. A foul. Bench, we're told, was just worn, so both benches have been worn. 5 to shoot. Teardrop, Elijah Brown. Mitchell backs it out. And a walk. Mitchell, who sat out last year after transferring from Ohio State, whistled for the walk. Elijah Brown. Simply put, Arizona State the best at making buckets so far this year, and this Oregon defense the best at preventing them.
Well, and the Oregon defense is active. They're long on the wings. They get deflections. Right now, Arizona State has 11 turnovers. They average 11 for the year. So Oregon is doing something right. You know, to force them now. Arizona State has to be careful because Bobby Hurley allows them to play a little loose. They can make some tough passes at times, some creative passes. But they have to understand their opponent. If their opponent is active, then they can get steals. So they may have to rein some of that looseness in a little bit to the backcourt for the Sunday.
Oregon has been so good inside the arc tonight, especially in the paint. They've jacked up their fair share of 3-pointers. Loose ball, controlled by Romello White. Boulder, a pretty quiet second half. Shannon Evans, quick possession. White posting. Now 8 to shoot. Pritchard up top. 4 to shoot. Sorkin hunts his second 3. Here comes Mitchell. Evans is wide open. Another short possession.
Man, sometimes you're not. It's an open shot that Evans normally knocks down.
Sorkin gives the Ducks their largest lead tonight.
And how about Oregon taking advantage? Deep shot from the corner. The transition defense for the Sun Devils wasn't set. Pass, push quick, now you get a layup.
You talk about a surprise. Roman Sorkin, 13 off the bench tonight for Dana Altman.
Yeah, but he's making himself available to his teammates to be in a position to be able to finish those shots.
Sorkin whistled for the foul and one Trey Holder.
Holder does this as well as any guard in the country. Probing, you come up inside. Now I'm gonna put my body into you. Use a little spin, soft touch off the glass. Watch the body right there. That allows him to get some space, but more importantly, it forces Oregon not to be able to use his height and jump and block the shot.
Oregon to the bench. Holder would an award midseason top 25. Not in the preseason top 50, but he's leading the conference in scoring.
That's why it's always tough for me when you start doing preseason polls and the guys are going to play and figure it out.
Foul on Holder. That's his first.
Because if they're fouled, they've only got 3. They get real physical.
While Lake checking in for the Sun Devils, taking his bottom white. Lake with a 7'2" wingspan. Richard has 16. He leads the Ducks. 6 to shoot. McIntosh able to roll it through.
And again, it's making the right play. Pritchard, 1 turnover. That's a 6th assist. Calmly broke down the defense and knew exactly where Troy Britton was at on the baseline.
At the 5-minute mark. It's by 5. Holder is able to step through too strong. And a foul. McIntosh his second. He's got 10 points.
And Trey Holder frustrated with himself. This is a shot that he works on every day, the floater, but didn't get frustrated enough where he didn't attempt to get the offensive rebound, because that's a shooter. You more than anybody know where exactly where the ball's going to come off at. Able to stay with it, pick up a foul, get to the free throw line.
Holder with 14 points tonight. He's moved into 8th all-time on the Sun Devils scoring list, but this is that freebie.
And this is an 85% free throw shooters, miss a couple. That's when you can tell when your rhythm is off. They miss jump shots, but you pretty much figure you're able to get to the line and knock down some free throws.
McIntosh to 3, too strong. Falls to Justice. Troy Brown being very careful. Shannon Evans. And Brown's got the rebound. They're leading the rebounder.
And I'm going to give Oregon credit. One of the things Coach Dana Altman wanted to do was take away a lot of transition threes. They did an excellent job of being in the right place.
White, hang time, and the finish. What a big bucket.
He's talking about being in the right place. That time, Paul White, patient, kind of spinning, pirouetting. The seas just open up, and Paul White, the junior, able to take advantage of it. Try to get himself an old-fashioned three-point play.
Georgetown transfer. I know it is way too early to talk about this, but we will anyway with 4 minutes to go. This would be a monumental win for Oregon.
Well, think about this. As you get under 4 minutes, the pressure is all on Arizona State because they're the higher-ranked team. They're at home. They were supposed to win. There's no pressure on the Oregon Ducks. They just have to continue to play as they play. Just like this, help defense.
Michigan. It all starts at 11:30 Eastern on Fox.
Oregon has dominated points to the paint. They lead by 8 with under 4 minutes to go. And Peyton Pritchard is playing like the guy that Dana Altman saw for much of the non-conference season.
When you win if you want to win on the road in a hostile environment, your orchestrator, your conductor better be on point. That's Peyton Pritchard. Right now, whether he's scoring, making assists, he's playing defense, he's the vocal leader, 6 assists, he's only turned the ball over 1 time. He's the calming presence that I talked about earlier to this Oregon team that you need down the stretch of the game.
Now the only returning man really, and you can see Oregon, 3rd most points by first-year players in major conference schools. Kentucky leading the charge, really identical at 67 points.
You know what coaches tell you about freshmen, best thing?
What's that?
Become sophomore.
You hope.
You hope. You know, but it's all a learning process, you know.
Justice, tough three. Wow! 18 for Cody Justice, his fourth three.
I think the tougher the difficulty, the better he shoots the ball.
All of a sudden, this crowd right back into it. McIntosh, the spin. It's in badly. Evans penetrates. Oh, watch out! Up top to Quanley.
And now you see the immediate pressure right here by Bobby Hurley. After the score, Forge Oregon have to make a decision, feel uncomfortable versus this press.
Foul against Pritchard. Lake's third.
Well, Cody Justice's degree of difficulty right here. Off the dribble, hand in the face. Pritchard, good job. But you know what? Better offense. And then Shannon Evans able to turn the corner, freezes the defense. Daquan Lake able to take advantage of it. And that's why Coach Altman didn't want any of the guards to be able to turn the corner, knowing that they can finish, and the bigs would have to help.
Troy Brown with only 2 points tonight. 6, now 5 to shoot. Elijah Brown. Kept alive. McIntosh off the glass.
How about Paul White staying with it? Long shot, the ball carried him to the opposite side. He couldn't grab it himself, but he kept it alive for his teammate.
With points in the paint owned by the Ducks tonight.
Yes.
As we approach the 2-minute mark. Chin fake by Justice. High teardrop. You like that?
It's a shot that they shoot all the time. I didn't like this.
Oh, my goodness, Elijah Brown.
Well, I didn't like that because Arizona State, they watched as the ball was missed, and no one got back. Excellent recognition that time by Oregon.
Our foul on Brown. Looks like McIntosh maybe could have gotten a whistle for one. Last 2 buckets for the Ducks.
Well, you stay with it. What's your strength? You have size inside, been pounding the glass, offensive rebounding. Paul White, smart play, tips it over to McIntosh, easy play. And while ASU was watching Troy Brown right up to court, Elijah Brown and Brown sound like a law firm.
1-1 coming here for Justice. Justice had 20 last time out against Utah. He's got 19 tonight.
Can you finish the game? Good Lord. This is where attention to detail, valuing each possession, making the right decisions. You got the ball in the right person's hand with Peyton Pritchard up top.
90 seconds.
Peyton saying it's too early now, attack.
6 to shoot. They wanted to walk. McIntosh can't finish.
Yeah, he got away with it. But how about the convergence right there to take away what could have been an easy basket?
Down on the floor. Brown's fourth.
And I'll tell you what I'm impressed about with Cody Justice is his recognition when the Oregon defense is kind of disjointed off of the secondary break, he attacks right away.
2 shots, double bonus. And Pritchard's hands with under a minute.
Definitely see a pick and roll with this.
Five to shoot. White, short corner jumper. Sun Devils got to hurry. Evans, foul on McIntosh.
And that's just a tough place to be in because you have a dribble handoff. Shannon Evans is coming at you full speed. You're trying to slide your feet and cut off the baseline, and you're straight up and down. And Evans does an excellent job of driving his shoulder right there into the body of McIntyre. It's just a tough position to be in, playing a smaller guard.
Justice missed one just a moment ago. Evans, who is third in the conference, 86% from the strike.
We talked about how the pressure switches to the team that's supposed to win. And you see it a little bit.
Doug's trying to take down the number 11 team of the nation. They lead it by 3, 33 seconds left. Last road win versus an AP top 15 team, 07, winning in Tucson against number 10 Arizona. That was a close one too. Picture found right away. Trying to get back in his hands.
Well, that just can't move. He's spotted. So Oregon Ducks players have to get open.
That's on Evans. His second. And the bonus now. Elijah Brown had that 3 to send into halftime. We talk about the momentum swing that capped a 14-2 Oregon run over the final 2.5 minutes in the first half.
Well, they were able to maintain that momentum also at the beginning of the second half, but case in point here. As Elijah Brown makes the first one. Arizona State playing with a different mentality. You're the hunted now. Every team, no matter who you play, based off what you did early in the season, are coming at you. So it's a different mentality you have to take, even when you're playing at home, that you're going to get your opponent's best shot every time. And that's an adjustment that you have to make from a team that hasn't been successful in the past. And it's not as easy as people may think here.
He gets them both. And we mentioned Oregon and the best field goal defense in the conference this year. Arizona State, their lowest point total this year, 75. Right now it's 69. Hey, we've been talking about this, Jim. Points in the paint so far tonight for the Oregon Ducks. They have dominated.
Well, from the beginning of the game, they were able to establish themselves, whether it was off the dribble, was passes. These guys cutting to the basket, offensive rebounds. One thing they didn't fall in love with was just forcing up jump shots. To me, when they went back, started to put the Sun Devils on their heels, forced them to guard them. Now they have to help, and guess what? It opens it up for offensive rebounds, you know, to the tune of 14-8 for Oregon, the Oregon Ducks. And that gives you extra opportunities when you're probably not shooting the ball as well, but you're able to get some easy twos.
And we've got a good game for you coming up on Saturday. Big East basketball comes to play on Fox Business Network as top-ranked Villanova takes on St. John's. It all tips off at 8 Eastern on Fox Business Network or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. That one from the Garden.
You know, I want to give Troy Brown a lot of credit because he's a leading scorer. Hasn't shot the ball extremely well, but one thing he did, he showed a level of maturity where he didn't force his offense and take the rhythm from his teammates away. He recognized what was going well and he stayed with it. Hence, sitting on a nice little lead here into this game.
Holder across midcourt.
Too much time. Too much time.
Evans, top fadeaway 3. Wow, hot hit it.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, this team is never out of it, man. But
that's his 4th.
I mean, it took more time for this play to actually come about, but Evans turn, catch, shoot. Elijah Brown right there in his face, but my goodness. You know, a strategic point for me, I would always say this, when the team has more than 15 seconds left in the game clock, if you're taking the ball out of bounds, you automatically think that you're going to get fouled when you catch it. To me, I would always think, force the ball to go in the corner, trap, don't foul. See if you can get a 5-second call, because you still leave yourself with 12 seconds left in the possession. If not, you can foul right away. But the anticipation is that the player is going to hold the ball thinking he's going to get fouled, but you as a defensive team can kind of stop him up and maybe get a turnover.
Arizona State out of timeouts. You know, we talked about how big of a win this would be for Oregon, Jim, but how about if Arizona State ends up losing this game, the team that ran the table in the non-conference would drop to 1-3 in conference play?
Well, it just goes back to what I talked about before. When you get into conference play, Coach Altman knows Arizona State vice versa. They know who you play, so they try to take away some of your strength. And tonight, they've been able to use their strength, their inside presence, the ability to get to the basket, and their defensive prowess to disrupt this potent and Sun Devils offense.
McIntosh to inbound, started by Mitchell. Trapped, White in the corner.
Oh, so close. So close.
Third on Mitchell.
And this is what you want if you're Arizona State. You want to get in the corner, but Paul White having the size right here. Trey Holder can't allow Paul White to split that double team. If you keep him trapped in, now you force him to make a play, and maybe you get that turnover.
Chance to make it a two-possession game. What a night for Peyton Pritchard.
Sometimes you can throw the free throw percentages out the window late in the game for some players. Shoots 80% on the year, but Palm is stepping up to the line to see if he can complete his second free throw.
A sophomore from West Linn, Oregon. Two-possession game.
Money.
He turns a blind eye to the curtain of distraction.
I mean, still a lot of time. I mean, there's 13.8 seconds left. The Sun Devil team can get a shot up quickly. What you don't want to do is bail them out trying to contest a three-point shot. The Sun Devils can get a quick two. Try to get a steal and foul, kind of extend the game and put the pressure on the Oregon Ducks to make their free throws.
You know, we just saw a shot of Trey Holder. 14 points for Holder, but 4 for 13 shooting. Conference's leading scorer hasn't exactly had his rhythm tonight.
No, and sometimes as a scorer like that, you have to figure out other ways to be effective on the court. Whether that's defensively disrupting, passing the ball, getting to the free throw line. Well, he's not too happy right now. I don't want to be in his way on the way home if this goes south for Arizona State.
Undefeated at home this year. Under 10 seconds. Evans puts up an impossible three. Stripped underneath. Time dwindling. What an incredible win for Oregon. The Ducks take down the Devils here in Tempe. And the number 11 team in the country drops to 1-3 in conference play.
What the credit goes to this Oregon Duck team. When they got down early by some big numbers, they stayed with it. They took the ball inside. They played extremely good defense, and they ended the half. And go back to what you said, that shot by Elijah Brown, that three-point play, a three-point basket, to tie the score after not playing extremely well. Huge momentum in the second half, and the ability to finish. Give Dana Altman and his team a lot of credit for coming in here taking a win.
What a win for Oregon. We'll be right back to the FS1 College Hoops Extra with Rob Stone, Casey Jacobs.